Today, going live. Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 153. Let's see, I'll cue up some music, and hopefully my volume and voice is not crackling today. Hello, good to be back. Okay, stop the intro. Sounds pretty good my end, so hopefully it's working. Had to redo some audio drivers to fix the problem. Looks like it's going sweet. Looks like I'm solo today. John's not joining us. So yeah, if anyone pops along, we can add you to the video chat on Discord. So I've got a few topics to cover today, mostly looking at UFO videos, I guess. So I've got a few tabs here. Did I stop the music? I think I did. Looks good. Okay. Again, I'm using a string beta. Already it's got a problem. It's not showing me the preview window when I hit go live, which is a shame. And I don't really want to reload the browser window to get it back. But I guess it's up and running. I'll just check on this tab here. It says it's capturing. There it is. Live now. I'll just do a quick check, I think, since I've got other people checking it. And see how it's going. Okay, I guess it's capturing. So there you go, it looks like it's working. There's a live stream on a live stream. Okay, I'll just put my welcome message. It's amazing how many checks you have to do for a live stream. Audio checks, and you've got multiple windows that you use, well, displays. I'll just zoom in that a wee bit, just make sure it's working. So we did a live stream yesterday. We did it offline, so no one could join us, just to check the new setup. But it's a really good topic. It's on the two of the stars, David Fravor versus Kevin Day's story. Apparently there's a wee bit of conflict there where Fravor reckons that Kevin Day was seeing things because apparently the data wasn't recorded on radar after the event, after he saw it. So I suppose they're questioning it and what happened to the radar data. So yeah, 2 hours there talking with Finn, and also we look at undersea bases. What else did we put in it? We talked about John's sighting that was near where the coast is, where the hundreds of UFOs meant to have disappeared, was sounded really similar to what he saw. Yeah, so just go and have a listen to it after this live stream. So yeah, maybe I should make sure the like thing's working. Let's see, did we put in it? See if I can like my own video. You shouldn't be able to do that though, should you? Kind of weird. Looks like it's updated on the main panel. How about that? You can like your own video. Kind of strange. Is it going to update here though? It's a bit slow. We'll see if it updates anyway. So I'm going to look at recap what I did on this pyramids one, because we had such bad audio, and it was actually a really good topic, and it's very popular. It's been getting quite a few views on it and votes, and so I just want to recap it and add some more stuff to it. So we'll just do that now. So I've brought up the Indian head, and I've had a look around and come across this image here as well. That kind of looks like it could be like a carp, right? Looks like an outline of maybe a lake there, and it looks like shape of a fish, you know. I suppose if I take a snapshot of that, because I was looking for animals that we can actually see animals or creatures on the landscape, because they reckon the India head was carved, and I had my doubts. It's just a trick of the shading on the image, like this one here could be, but it makes more sense that you could shape the coast of a lake to represent a fish. Yeah, it looks like whiskers coming down this way, and tail there, I mean the top fin, the head, and going around to the fins at the back. And I guess that's saved. Or did it? I don't remember seeing the thing coming up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, leave. Okay, we've got a snapshot of it now. But yeah, I was looking around Canada, Alaska. Alright, the like happened after all that. That's quite interesting. So yeah, so there's the Indian head here, and you can see there's lots of places we can look around for the images carved into the landscape, or whatever you want to call it, pictograms. But anyway, here's the Indian head again, which looks like a iPod, I said. you can see the feathers of the band, and the forehead, nose, chin, and it looks like it goes down to the neck, and it looks like this shirt. But I also found these other images that look like heads. I'll just keep checking the audio from time to time. In fact, these ones actually look like they could be squid, right? Look like little squids. So let's come to those in a minute. Where's the other ones I found? Oh, here. So the Indian's looking up towards these two heads here. One I said looks like a Egyptian type skull cap, and an eye, long face, and that one there looks like a African headdress with African lips. Trick of our imagination, but I'll bring up some images for comparison. So first of all, we want squid. So if you want to see what a squid looks like, and as you can see, they look very similar to the landscape here. There, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's the squid shaped head there. It almost looks like one there, almost looks identical to that one there. And there's also things called scuttlefish, which I'm trying to drag, get out of the way. Scuttlefish, slightly different than squid, got the more flappy side bits. Octopus, and then we're looking for carp. Let's see how you spell it. Carp. For maybe not carp, catfish. I think I was looking for catfish. So looking for catfish to compare it to the image. So let's pop it up. The fish one first. That's quick, isn't it? Okay, so now we want to import image of carp. I need to find a good one. Side profile. Mind you, there's so many different variations of carp too. So as you can see here, even the shape, different fin structures. So we're looking for one that has that kind of shape, tail on it. Now that one's pretty close, but it's around the wrong way. But we can flip it, I suppose, and you'll see what I mean. That pareidolia kicks in, maybe, or could someone have shaped it millions of years ago, or hundreds, thousands of years ago? Or has Mother Nature been playing tricks with us again? It's probably more the case. So if we import that one now, we need to flip it though. But you can see already. Let's go down. You got the whisker coming down. You got the fin, which is laying flat at the moment. You got the little fin at the back here. Of course, it might be the right species. Looks like a little fin underneath here. And yeah, it's got little whiskers down here, right? Probably don't really need to flip it. Let's see, layer, flip horizontal. Suppose it screws up there. Yeah, it sort of makes it bigger for some reason. Suppose we could erase it around the outside. It's not doing it. Let's see, outline. Oh, there we go. There you go, so we can erase it now. Bang. Then we can sort of match it up a bit better. Oh. Let's see, select tool was it? Looks like that bit up the top there. Not that it matters too much. So we change the angle just a wee bit. Let's see what I'm getting at here. It's almost a fit, see? Lays right over top. It's not bad for a random pic of an image, right? A lake shaped like a fish. Probably the only one to spot that. Probably could get rid of that bit up there. Yeah, we could probably just change the transparency there. Darken. Lighten maybe. There you go. See that? It's pretty close fit. That's pretty amazing. So let's just move that one down. But yeah, if you look at the picture here, you know, it looks like a whisker coming down here. We got a whisker. It's not the correct catfish, but I think if we keep looking, we might be able to find a really 100% match to what are we looking for there, because there's probably some with whiskers, right? So we can save what we got there. Lake fish. No one's going to join me at the moment, but mind you, most people join me more at the end of the live stream, when people settle down after dinner and work. This is why we do a later one midweek. More people can join us in America. Okay, so just go back and have a quick look at the fishes again. So you can see they've got quite long whiskers, some of them. Yeah, that one's got a long whisker there. And that's a good one there, but we can't see the tail. That's a really good one. Oh. What else we got here? Another one with long whiskers. Oh. Anyway, enough on that one. Let's have a look at the next ones. Probably don't need that open now. So the next one's probably more interesting. So I'll load it up. Don't need that one. So this one with the two heads. So I'll just draw right around what I'm seeing here. Or try to. It's a bit tricky doing it with the mouse rather than a pen. Is that the right thickness? Oh yeah. Probably a wee bit too thick maybe. So let's get the white. And just zoom in, see if we can draw around it. So here's what looks like a shape of the head, right? Yeah. Looks like it sort of moved as I was trying to draw. It's not bad, not doing too bad. Magnified and drawing at the same time. And it looks like it's coming down here. Looks like it's going around here. Just draw around there first. Looks like it could be coming around here. Could that be an eye or some sort of thing? It's actually a bush. But it looks like it could be an eye there, right? Almost looks like a beard, like it could be a beard here. Look at that nose maybe there. Alright, so you can start to see the head shape. Looks like the neck going down here. Looks like a small ear here. The neck going down here. And neck going down here, right? Now, that's one that I could see the image of. And they're kind of related to Egyptians. Now, let's go back. I was looking at the headdresses on the Egyptians with their beards here. So, maybe they haven't drawn the beard long enough there. Of course, it could have got eroded with time. So it should be a lot smoother than that, of course. So let's just undo that one. And now you can see what I'm talking about. And let's save an image. Maybe this one here. I was trying to find a better image that I could use for the editing. I'll save that one. Where's it gone? Why is it not coming up? So we'll save that one. Quite a long name, isn't it? Patent from ancient Egypt, King of the Tomb. Save that one. And keep looking. So there had been talk about the Vikings visiting Canada and North America, and also Egyptians could have been there. Maybe there was meant to be like a hidden cave down near Grand Canyon, Arizona way, which the guy claims he found a lot of Egyptian artifacts and mummies, which hasn't been rediscovered, which is kind of interesting. I think it's been closed off to people and explorers, and it's meant to be on a cliff face. I'm not too sure how the original guy got there, but I think it was talked about in lots of programs on TV, right? Like America Unearthed, I think, may have talked about it. There's one program I can recall. Probably In Search Of was probably another one. So could these ancient had visited North America, Canada, Alaska, land bridge, or maybe boats across the sea? But could they had airships, which is what I've talked about in the past, how they would have got their boats underneath a helium balloon, or a hydrogen balloon actually, and float across the sea. And of course, if the balloon popped or fouled, then they would simply land in the sea, right, and they'd still be okay. So here's some more pictures, but not really good ones, of the strange head dress. So we might just have to stick with the one we got. Maybe I have to search a different keyword, perhaps. Maybe headdress. And I've got the fancy ones with the gold. But we want the ones with the long caps. There's ones. Oh, here we go. You think better find a statue, or maybe a wax model of one of these headdresses on a mummy or something for comparison. Anyway, we'll just bring what we got in. That one. Kind of looks like it could be even an alien, that one, couldn't it? With the eye up the top there. I talked about that last time. So this is the best image we got, really. So really just want the head. Copy it and then undo. And I'll paste it back in. Want to flip it as well. It flips it the wrong way. Okay, we have to flip it that way. But it makes the handles big for some reason whenever I do that. That's going to be a bug in paint.net. Okay, so let's erase some of this. So how much do we erase of it? What's those black lines behind? What else? Like some sort of seat. And it's a staff. You can see how flat the nose is there, right? And the long beard. Which is really similar to the landscape. So for the hat's longer here. Could that be exaggeration, maybe? Because I've seen them shorter than that. Pretty sure. Let's just trim it a wee bit. Yeah, there you go. Side by side. Get what I'm getting at there. Scale it down a bit. There you go, look. Almost a match again. Right. We'll just leave that one there anyway, and side by side comparison. Let's flatten it. Select all. Select. So let's focus on this one over here. So I'll just draw around what I'm seeing. So this looks like a crazy headdress. Alright, looks like a half moon sort of thing. It's very hard to draw. Oop. Need a steady hand. Oh, that was almost good. There we go. I sort of chopped it off a wee bit there, but it goes up here and then up a wee bit more. Should have lined it up a wee bit more, but I wanted more of the body structure coming down on that one there, with the neck, body. So yeah, headdress, looks like a headdress of some sort, like a half moon shape on the front. and it looks like an ear there, right? And it looks like the eye here, and the nose looks like an African nose, not a European, not a Viking nose. And we've got some bushes that happens to be right on the edge there, which kind of makes it more defined, right? And it looks like a mouth. If we can zoom in, maybe probably do it better. If it'll let me do it when I zoom in. It doesn't always let me do the buttons. Okay, so can I draw still? So it looks like the lip going down here. Maybe I zoomed in a wee bit too much. Looks like a lip there. And underneath. Right, and there's the chin. Going around. Straight down there. Crazy looking. But yeah, now you can see the outline I'm trying to get. In fact, it looks less African when I draw around it. But let's get a side-by-side image. That always does it better. So we did the Egyptians here, so let's get rid of those ones. And I was looking for African headdresses, and I thought I had it here listed. Yes. Here we go. There's some anyway. Why is it not selecting it? Okay, so crazy looking headdresses that some of these have. That's the Dogon, who's meant to have communicated with aliens from Sirius B, I think it is. But apparently that's been debunked. Apparently there was an explorer, English explorer, that may have influenced him before other explorers come along, which talked about the stars and Sirius B and all that, and they were such amazed by what the European traveller had told them that they started honouring what he was saying by making these crazy headdresses. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but there's another image that's a bit clearer. But I was trying to find ones that have a bit sticking out the front. So these ones here also have funny hats, long hats. But there are ones that stick out the front, like a pom-pom, like a half crescent moon. Maybe it's Egyptians that I'm thinking of, because Egyptians look very similar to Africans, right? Is this public? Or did I stuff up? Let's see. I just realised I forgot to check whether it's public or not, because I did it copy. I better fix that if that's the case. Hang on, that might be why no one's joining me. That would explain a lot. Does it say currently live now? It says it's public. Okay. I didn't make a mess up then. What does it say on the screen? Should tell you on the admin panel, shouldn't it? Oh, I guess it's public. No one wants to join me still. Okay. Suppose if I click on that, it'll tell me too. One watching. Let's make a mess up then. Doesn't say unlisted. The sound's got redirected, has it? Should tell you on the admin panel, shouldn't it? Oh, I guess it's public. No one wants to join me still. Okay. That sounds pretty good. If I click on. Certainly got the sound sorted. Oh, yeah, so we're still looking for one with a headdress. Look at that one. Looks like he's got a pair of balls, men's balls underneath the chin. Crazy. Here we go, up there. So I might have to do another search. I want a side profile, really. Yeah, these ones dressed as skeletons. Hey, we got one watching. So it is public after all. I thought I messed up there for a minute. Okay. Unless that was me testing it. So we're just trying to find a headdress that matches up the picture. And just can't find one with that kind of side profile. With the bit of stuff sticking out the headdress. But I'm pretty sure you can see what I'm talking about. African. African headdress, maybe. See what we get. See, there's the profile that we're looking for. But we get female ones, so we'll have to narrow it down. Yep. Let's see. Oh, come on. Let's see. Male. Side view. It's not doing what we want, really. See, there's one of the crazy shapes. It's been edited though, by the looks of it. But you can start to see what I'm talking about now. There's that profile that we're looking for. So for the opposite direction. There, see? Looks like the headdress at the top there. And the nose, lips. That's a pretty good one. But I just need something like a thing sticking at the front there. So we'll just save that one. And we better look at the other stuff that we got queued up there. It's amazing how time flies when you're looking at this stuff. So notice now we're getting these JFIF files, which are just JPEGs from what I understand. Just rename it JPEG because the software doesn't recognize the extension. Let's see what else we got here. I think that one we got is probably the best one we got so far. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's things that said it. Let's just try ancient African headdress. And see if we get something better. Well, that one's got something sticking out, right? Not really what we're after though. So you can see here the Egyptians and Africans are very similar bone structures. Does that mean the Egyptians once visited Canada? That's a good question. And you got the long skulls, right? Or the crazy headdresses at least. So hopefully the volume on the live stream is working properly this time. Still. I'm pretty sure I've seen one with stuff sticking out the front. Okay. That's Egyptian, but you can see they do have those sort of subtle features in the face. That one looks more European though. Yeah, here we go, we've got the long skulls coming in. Egyptians, so there's another one with Egyptians. You can see it's got similar lips and nose shape to African. There's an African here. See how similar it looks, you know? Well, considering that Egypt's connected to Africa, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Maybe the ancient Africans, the old people that built the pyramids originally, and the current Egyptians inherited it. Who would have thought it would be so hard to find a headdress? Look at how crazy this one is. So that's getting closer to a crazy headdress. African art, they call it, but you can see it's like a hat. So that's closer to what we're looking for. Let's just keep try one more search. Ancient African. I could try tribe, I suppose. Dance, maybe. Fancy dance. There we go, get some crazy hats now. What's that one? Yeah, they do like their hats, don't they? Those ones got long sort of droopy bits at the front. Yes, who would have thought it was so hard to find something? Okay, so we'll just go with what we got so far then. So let's bring it in. Going it's the wrong direction. Oh, way bigger too. Might have to bring it in separately. Well, actually, I'll just go around it. Clean it up. We don't want it too accurate. More interested in the face angle and the features there. I probably do. Probably missed something though. Okay, so we need to scale it down really. Yeah, probably too small, but copy that. Then undo it, undo it, undo it, undo it, undo it. Then I'll paste it in. Paste to a new layer. I should have flipped it as well. Flip. There we go. It's almost good angle really. But you're starting to see what I mean. To scale it up a bit. Probably too big now. So we got the headdress here up the top. You got the eyes, nose, and the African lips and chin coming down, you see. So ancient aliens didn't spot that one, did they? Those two. I think it's pretty good actually. That's really looks like a man though, a man tribe with the flat nose. Probably the angle's not quite right there still. There we go. Eyes, nose, lips. So yeah, I'll just save that one. Just keep it like that. But she really needs like some sort of pom-pom or something sticking out the front here. So to me it looks like a half moon or something similar to that, right? Oh, too far. I'm pretty sure I've seen something similar somewhere where they're doing darts and with these sticks on the head that represent planets or something, and so darts in a star darts of some sort. You know, the Dogon people do it with those crazy headdress that I just showed you before. So did the Egyptians and Africans, or maybe that's Egyptian as well, visit Canada, who knows? Or just crazy shapes in the landscape, you know? Yes, could have aliens made planet Earth, right? And decided to play tricks. The thing is, it's funny how the bushes actually form the nostrils here. And also, same with the Indian one. So yeah, that was a bit of fun, that one though. Thought it does show you that properly. So we got the Egyptian, African heads in the Badlands of Canada. I'll just bring it up again probably. I did close it down. Africa, Egyptian. Badlands. Oh. Helps if I can type. Badlands. Something doesn't look right there. That should be G. Okay. Save it. So I'll just close that one down. So yeah, so we got the two images done. We got the fish lake. Okay, move on to the next topic then. Just check the audio is working all right. Can't hear any clicking, so that's good. Right, so I should have kept that open. So one of the people on the Discord channel, Charmaine, was asking me to look at some pictures of hers, and I thought I might just go over it here. Now I only kept two of them, the first and last one of the sequence. You don't get a video, and so I'll just load that up. First one, and she wondered if there was a UFO in it, so I might do that now. Look how fast that opened up. That's just crazy. CPU's hanging around about 25%. I assume it's working. Looks like it. Something's happened. I'm not sure, but it's got a bit faster. Or, you know, Windows 10 does these crazy little background updates, right? And a lot of people say it keeps trying to install spyware. You know, even though I've run some tool that actually disables the backup, so it looks like it still might be sneaking something in the back door there. So hopefully it's fixed the problem, whatever it's done anyway. So as you can see here, can't see much in the image, so I'll just zoom in here. So apparently she was trying to photograph these dark clouds with the white clouds, and later noticed, as they do, the little white dots in the picture here, whether it was a UFO. Alright, little white dot at the top there. And then she took 3 snapshots. So as you can see, I'm going to need to zoom in a bit. So I'll just go with the other one. And this one, you can see the dots a bit more defined now. I'll zoom back out. Reduce it a wee bit. Okay. What's going on? I thought I reduced it. It's a crazy zoom I got. But it comes in handy for doing video analysis, as you know. So let's see if we can cut it out there. And we compare the two dots. See how it's moved. Try that first. Scale it up. Okay, so you can see straight away it's not looking like a dot anymore. It looks stretched. Looks a bit whispery around the edges. Not really defined for an object to be a UFO or balloon. So what else could it be? So you see if we turn down the brightness or overexposure, that it looks very fuzzy outside edges. Almost looks transparent, the second part of it. Okay, so we'll just leave that one there and have a look at the first one. And you can see the cloud or the objects in different location. For the first one, looks like it's moved, right? Well, maybe the cloud. You can see here, or the person. Yeah. Should really overlay it, shouldn't we? Might do that next. But it has moved slightly along. So just see if we can cut it. Where's my cursor? And you can see we're dealing only with a few pixels. So copy, paste it into a new image, scale it up. And you can see it doesn't look much of a dot now. In fact, it looks to me like a very thin, almost like a U-shaped cloud forming, right? Which they explain why it looks like that. It's got denser, and that top bit disappeared, and that got denser. It looks of it. And underneath disappeared, or the top bit disappeared. Either way. So let's enhance that one. So again, you see it's very transparent there when you reduce the contrast down to the same one. So I reckon it's just a little cloud forming. There you go. You start to see the pixels. It's inverted the colours though. So there you go. It's not actually a solid craft. So we sort of enhanced it there, bringing out some of the lighter whites to make it look more solid. So what looks like a little dot in the two screens here, just shows you when you really zoom in and enhance it. You can see that in a second, it's not going. A UFO is not going to go into a horse shape to a cigar shape in like a second. Now, it doesn't look like a tic-tac UFO. Well, that one maybe looks like a tic-tac, but that one certainly doesn't. But they did talk about on the To the Stars one that it looked like it was a cube inside a circle. But if we can overlay these somehow, we'll be able to see how much it moved. So I'll select all, copy, and we want to paste it to a new layer over top, and we need to make it sort of transparent so we can see, or add them together, something like that. Additive, maybe too bright. Actually, we can do that. So no, multiply. Nope. Lighten. Now you can start to see on the edge of the clouds how much it's moved, right? Looks to me like it's is it moving or is it just forming? Let's see. Darken. Probably moved, probably. Overlay difference. It's really hard to find one that's going to work. Might have to darken one first or something, so one shines through the background. And what else we got? Color burn, color dodge. That doesn't sort of work. Reflective, nope. Glow. Yeah, looks like we can't do it that way unless we change the color of one of them. Let's try it that way. And now, probably should have done it the other direction though. Color over top of black and white probably will work better. Layer, layer, layer. Let's see. Yeah, I think we need to go the other way. Lighten maybe. Still working a wee bit better. where we can see the white dots here. And now we can see how much it's moved. Going this way. It's pretty good. Quite clever, really. Does look like the cloud here may have grown in size, because that other one doesn't look like it's moving, does it? So yeah, I think it's just part of the cloud forming above on that one. Not much we can do with it. A video would have been handy, because then you can see. Alright, so let's see. Did she move it? Yeah, may have done. Yeah, may have moved it slightly. Okay, let's do that then. Let's assume that dark cloud didn't change. So maybe she moved it just slightly there. And if we zoom in, we can see and the cloud forming there. Yes, she looks like she might have moved it. The cloud's the same, you see. It doesn't seem to be growing, no, the dark one or the white one. So to me it looks like that one there sort of vaporized and this one started forming. That's what it looks like. Yeah, shame she didn't get a video of it, but yeah, it doesn't look like a craft of any sort. So yeah, I think she may have put another one up, but we won't waste too much time on that one. Just close those ones down. Keep filming, you never know, you might get a classic saucer. Or it may be a perfect tic-tac, you know, which is like solid, not whispery around the outside. So we can close that down now. I did do one earlier. So yeah, we can pick those up there. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Okay, where we get to. So we finished with the African. We're going for time. pretty good by the looks of it. Nobody out there to talk to on the site. Nope. So what's happened? Yeah, I might just play a bit of that. Okay, so what's come out is this thing about from Secure Teams also put it out as a news feed about a large mass found deep under the moon's largest crater, right? So if you haven't read that post there about it, I have got the article here of the same image. It's kind of a strange way they've done the article though. So the question is, how would a solid chunk of metal or iron get on the moon? Well, we know that meteorites are made up of mostly iron and other minerals. Iron meteorites. Let's see if we can get a picture of one. Iron meteorite. Here's one picture of it. Iron nickel alloy known as meteoritic iron that usually consists of two mineral phases. And you won't want that to hit you on the head, I guess. So it makes you wonder if the ancients also melted down that, because here you got a chunk of iron, right, which you can put on a fire and then forge it, right? So you could forge it into a knife or something. I think that's where the tale of Knights of the Round Table comes from, and Sir Lancelot's knife being forged from some heaven meteorite like that. Let's see. Sir Lancelot, is it Lancelot? There we go. Knife or sword. So we're getting sidetracked again, but sword made from meteorite iron. So here we go. A fantasy writer. Well, this Knights of the Round Table is meant to be a legend, right? A folklore. Probably haven't come across meteor. So what do we got here? Chunk of meteorite, giving it a infinitely hard blade. What's that one? King Arthur, there you go. Right, got the wrong one. King Arthur is what I was meaning. Holy sword wielded by Lancelot, that is the counterpart of King Arthur's Excalibur. So there's a thing talking about that made from a meteorite. Black iron meteorite. There you go. Still quite interesting. Never know. Might be some truth to it. So what are they saying here? Astronomers discover a deep structure under the moon's largest crater. Now, they talked for a long time that the moon was hollow, right? Which it could have caverns underneath. Depending on how it formed, right? It might have even had iron core, volcanic activity when it was being formed billions of years ago or millions of years ago. But more likely, some big bunch of iron-rich meteorites just collided with the moon at one stage and sunk deep under the surface there, molten and formed into a large mass. So what they're saying here. Image taken a pole of metal. Image taken a pole of metal 5 times larger than the big island of Hawaii. Oh, not imagine. Imagine taking a pole of metal 5 times the large of the island of Hawaii and burying it underground. So, kind of silly, really. To find the mass, the researchers looked at changes in the strength of the gravity around the moon by analyzing data from NASA's Gravity Recovery and Interior Laboratory mission. Computer simulations suggest that the crater could have been created by an iron-nickel core asteroid that spread out into the upper mantle of the moon during impact, while the metal could remain suspended in the moon's mantle until present day rather than sink into the moon's core. So there you go. Not aliens this time, by the looks of it. So just close that. Oh, actually, I'll just post a link to it. So moon mass under surface. So I did a bit more research on this, and found this article here. Mass anomaly detected under the moon's largest crater, June 10, 2019. So, what's it say here? A mysterious large mass of material has been discovered beneath the largest crater in our solar system, the moon's south pole, Aiken Basin, and may contain metal from the asteroid that crashed into the moon. Well, why not a bunch of iron-rich meteorites? Well, fairly big meteorites. I suppose this asteroid's bigger though, isn't it? Let's see. I did look at the chart before, didn't I? How big can meteorites or meteors be? I think meteorites have a pretty big size range. They include any space debris bigger than a molecule and smaller than 300 feet, 100 meters. So 100 meters. So if you had some really fast moving iron-rich meteorites at the maximum size there, it's possible. Bigger than this is considered an asteroid. Okay, so that's what they call an asteroid. So you can get bigger ones. So there's probably some charts showing the sizes, but we can't read it though. So what do we got here? There's an asteroid, looks like the biggest. Can't Can't quite read that one. So asteroid as well. Fireballs. Meteorite. Yeah, there's probably some better charts out there. Don't want to do that. Oh, you messed it up for us. There we go. Visit that page maybe. Sizes of rocks in space. Yeah. That page isn't going to be very good, is it? But maybe you can zoom in on it. So you got a meteoroid, a rock, often an asteroid fragment, larger than a grain of sand, and orbits the sun. And we got a meteoroid. Here's atmosphere. It's a meteorite. A meteor goes to 100 meters. Then we got a fireball meteorite that burns up. It hasn't got asteroid on the chart then. So yeah. But obviously it's different names for different sizes. So whereabouts were we? Reading out that. So it could be one asteroid or multiple asteroids close together that crashed, looked a bit like that one that happened with, I think it was Jupiter, wasn't it? Where they ploughed 5 into the eye, near the eye of the Jupiter. So it's not really that exciting, really, is it? Moon South Pole, already read that bit. PhD, assistant professor. Deep space structure of the lunar South Pole, published in journal. To measure subtle changes in the strength of the gravity around the moon, researchers analyzed data from spacecrafts used for the National Space Aeronautics, NASA. When we combine that with lunar topology data and lunar reconnaissance, we discovered that unexpectedly large amount of mass hundreds of miles underneath the South Pole Aitken Basin. One of the explanations of this was extra mass as the metal from the asteroid that formed this crater is still embedded in the moon's mantle. The dense mass, whatever it is, wherever it came from, is weighing the basin floor downward by more than half a mile. Half a mile, he said. Computer simulation of the large asteroid impacts, well, it's talking about impacts here, suggested that under the right condition, an iron nickel core of an asteroid may be dispersed into the upper mantle, the layer between the moon's crust and core during impact. I did the math and redid the math and showed that significantly dispersed core in the asteroid that made the impact could remain suspended in the moon's mantle until present day. So there you go. You just do research and you find out the real facts, and no conspiracy is needed by a secure team. Moon mass explanation. So even before we looked up the stuff online, we had the idea what it was going to be. Common sense, right? So what else is interesting here is, here, so I'm clicking. Is it still working? No weird sounds? Nope, it's all working. Okay, so here we go for time. I was going to do some MUFON. 1.5 hours already. Okay, so the new model explains the moon's weird orbit. So this is another article I found. The moon, Earth's closest neighbour, is among the strangest planetary bodies in the solar system. Its orbit lies unusually far away from Earth, with a surprisingly large orbital tilt. Planetary scientists have struggled to piece together a scenario that accounts for these and other related characteristics of the Earth-Moon system. A new research paper based on numerical modules of the Moon, explosive formation, and the evolution of the Earth-Moon system comes closer to lining up all the loose ends that any other previous explanation. The work published in October 31st, 2016, Advanced Online Edition, suggests that the impact that formed the Moon also caused calamitous changes to the Earth's rotation and tilt of the Sun axis. The research suggests that the impact that sent Earth spinning much faster, a much steeper tilt than it does today in several billion years since the impact, complete interaction, the Moon Sun has smoothed out many of these changes, resulting in the Earth-Moon system that we have today. The evidence suggests that a giant impact blasted off a huge amount of material that formed the Moon. So there you go. So something hit the Earth. A professor of astronomy of the University of Maryland. The material would have formed a ring of debris first, then the ring would have aggregated to form the Moon. But the scenario does not quite work if Earth's spin axis was tilted at the 23.5 degrees angle we see today. Collisional physics calls for the ring of debris and thus the Moon's orbit immediately after formation. So if it hit Earth, right, not only did it send chunks of maybe iron and other materials from Earth into space to form a debris ring, which then slowly attracted together to form a sphere of the Moon, is what they're saying. So could be another explanation with the strange mass on the Moon. It could be formed a long time ago. So I'll just post that link there too. As you know, that the Earth or the Moon, same face, is always facing the Earth, but the Moon's actually spinning. So, but it's spinning in synchronization to the Earth spin, when what they call tidal locked science. And so we only see one side of the Moon all the time, but it's still spinning, and all the sides of the Moon do get the sun. So when they say the dark side of the Moon, they really mean the back side of the Moon to what we're seeing. Not that it's always dark, of course, which is not the case. Ideally, if you're going to set up a secret base, you'd put it on they call it the far side of the Moon rather than the dark side of the Moon, so people don't get confused, which is more accurate. So did I post that one? Moon mass, planets, how the Moon was formed. Science Daily there. So we can close that one down now. So yeah, might just talk about this podcast from Mad Scientist, talking with Chris Suga about why aliens would want to come to Earth. Just want to make a comment on that. So let's see if we can play it. I'll just play a clip of it on the fair use.
Hello, listener.
Oh, that's really loud. How do we adjust that? Chris Cogswell's get a bit excited there.
Of the
Yeah, it's really loud. Doesn't seem to have any control there, does it? Maybe it's not so loud on YouTube. I might have to turn it down on my headset. How can I tell? What if he's got a YouTube of it? Because at least you can control it then. I'll post a link to it anyway if you want to listen to it. So you talk about me being a skeptic. These guys are bigger skeptics. Paste and search. Let's see. On YouTube. Maybe he hasn't uploaded it. I didn't see it on the list here. Okay. Well, we just might have to see if there's another player that has a control for them. Can't see it here though. Playlist embedded. Quite strange. Let's see, podcast, Apple. Let's probably download it, is it? No, it's got a play button. Has it got a volume control? Nope. Okay. Player. Okay. Play. Where's the volume level? Right down here. Maybe. Is that volume level there? A bit strange not having a volume level, isn't it? Maybe that one's not so loud.
hello, listener.
No, that one's really loud. Unless it's just me, just put the... it could be just my headset. Anyway, I'll just post the link there anyway. I'll just play a wee bit and just check the volume level on, because if it's too loud it distorts. That's Mad Scientist podcast with Chris Suga, I guess. Just want to comment on something they said. All right. We'll just,
No, gnomes don't really exist.
I don't even know how to, like, it is entertainment.
Okay, so just check it here. I think it's about right. With Chris Suga, I guess. Just want to comment on something they said, alright? Because I ain't got someone checking out the volume, whether it corrupts.
No, gnomes don't really exist.
Oh,
I don't even know how to, like, it is entertainment.
Okay, so they're talking about UFO field, so I'll just go back a wee bit.
You know, the world of the weird and spooky and conspiracies and all that kind of stuff. And essentially the setup is Dave has experienced almost everything, essentially, and so he is a very strong believer in these things, and then Zuger and I are more of the, I don't know, skeptical, I guess you'd say, to some extent, but essentially we're the ones that are kind of like, you know, no, gnomes don't really exist. It's gonna be okay.
It's not that I'm skeptical, it's that there is just so much bullshit. Can I swear on the show?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, there is so much bullshit that has permeated the strange and the weird that I don't even know how to, like, it is entertainment, pro wrestling style schlock a lot of the time to appease the lowest common denominator of intelligence in society.
Well, it's a hard thing because, and that's kind of why I think, you know, why I find talking to you so interesting, because you have actually had experiences yourself, you know? And I mean, I never really have. The few experiences that I would consider to be paranormal-ish, I guess, I've kind of come to understand them as not being strange in any way, you know, as having physical explanations that I'm comfortable with and happy with. So, you know, I've never experienced anything that's really made me think, well, I have no explanation for that at all. But you, on the other hand, have had those experiences, and yet, in some ways, are even more outspoken than I am about those kinds of issues, you know?
It's because I have something called integrity, and I do not have any patience whatsoever
well, so,
for
yeah.
ridiculousness or stuff that is just so outlandish that that there's no realm and possibility that it could exist. Or even if there is a possibility, it's like there's so many differences. Like, we could have like 150 people or peoples of extraterrestrial origins that are coming to this, you know, outback nowhere planet that's spinning an average star, you know, in the recesses, the boondocks of the galaxy. And apparently they're abducting people, or they're here to save us, or they're here to enslave us, or they're here to eat us, or, you know, whatever the flavor of the week is.
They're here for our gold, or they're here for the Mayans' gold, or they're here to make pyramids, or
they're here to, you know, get nice and personal with you in a anal type of fashion.
Right, it's something,
you know, which is okay if that's your thing, but hey,
so we don't judge. We don't judge. So I think one of the big challenges for me about those topics, right, is knowing people who have had legitimate and oftentimes scary experiences that they've described to me. Knowing these people, knowing that, at least believing that they wouldn't lie to me, you know, and being able to tell, you know, I mean, you can always, and I think this is a little bit of the reason why a lot of people get taken in by these stories, is that we all like to think that we can tell when someone's lying to us. But, you know, having people tell you a story that appears to have clearly moved them, you know, for me, regardless of whether or not that event itself really happened the way that they describe it, something happened that made them, that left an impression on them. But on the other hand, you then have these groups or these people who are clearly in it to make a buck, or to try and get attention for themselves, or to try and, you know, promote a movie or a book deal or a TV show or whatever.
Or all three.
Or all three. And it becomes in some ways it's kind of, I think it actually does harm to people in a way that we don't really think of. The way I like to think of it is, imagine that you were going to, like in Fight Club, right? You're going to a group therapy session for people who are dealing with a terminal illness or something, and then it comes out that one of the people in the group doesn't actually have a terminal illness. They're just there doing research for a book or something, or they're just there because they just think it's interesting, right? In some ways, it's sort of and part of that is just people getting their stories out there in the first place, and that's, when people come on shows like this or on TV or whatever, that's the way it goes. But I do think, though, that there is something immoral about people making these stories up for no good reason, and I think there's also something immoral about people taking advantage of those individuals.
I'll put it this way, and not to be able to insult anybody out there or to, well, again, I don't really care, because I've gotten everything from like death threats to insults, you name it, doing my own podcast, very similar to yours. And I started on the woo, strange, weird, and wonderful world of paranormal, and then I just kind of got tired of it, so I'm used to it at this point. The paranormal or the experiencer, and this is my understanding up to this point. The paranormal and the experiencer community is a community of lost, broken toys, if that makes any sense. It is for people whom, for whatever reason in their life, they have not felt special, or they have not felt loved, or they have not felt somebody's paid attention to them, and something happens to them, and maybe something actually happened to them, but, or they're just thinking that something happened to them, or something made them believe that something happened to them, and they're like, well, now I'm actually special. Now I matter. And they find other people who have similar experiences, and they share those experiences, and they huddle together in this mass of, I've been abducted by Nordic aliens who told me that next Friday the moon will be full, or whatever, bullshit that they spout out. And there's many, many, many things I've been told. But predominantly people who have experiences are broken people. Not to say that the people who claim and they clutch to the fact that they have experiences are broken people in some way, shape, or form.
I was going to say, I think we have to make a distinction, right? Because there's the group of people who have had experiences, whether or not, again, there's kind of a Venn diagram here, right? There's the group of people who have had experiences, and then there is the group of people who claim to have had experiences and have turned it into a career of sorts or an identity of sorts.
It's
right.
It is the fact that there are people whom defined their identity based on that experience. I've had experiences.
Right.
I don't define my identity on it. I define my identity by the fact that I'm a complete asshole, but I've got a heart of gold. That's my identity. The fact that I've seen a UFO doesn't matter to me whatsoever.
Okay, so they made a few assumptions here. First of all, why would aliens want to come to our planets, right? Well, maybe our planet's really unique in the whole universe. You never know. Maybe we're the only planet that's actually got life other than maybe a handful of other planets out there. But our DNA might be very unique. And the life on the planet may be abundant or varied so much that it's not that like that on any other planet. So yeah, why would aliens want to come here? Well, to study it, to document it like a scientist would, and maybe use it on their own planet, or transform another planet that has no life, so it has a new it sort of protects the life forever going into the future, because our planet is very fragile. It could be hit by an asteroid like we were just talking about, and it'd be totally wasted, and like the dinosaurs were. So yeah, wouldn't we like to have preserved the dinosaur DNA? Maybe aliens have already done that. Maybe they come hundreds of thousands of years ago and collected specimens even back then we don't know about, where they even maybe have taken species like humans, but also every other animal off the planet, a pair of breed and pair for their own sort of alien zoo. Who knows? Maybe just to preserve it, from disasters, which would be a really good thing if the DNA from dinosaurs was preserved, right? So yeah, they made a few assumptions there. Why would aliens want to come here? Why would they want to abduct us? Well, obviously to study us, but then return us back like you would do, that we currently do. We take birds from their wildlife area and make sure they're healthy or stable and breeding, and then put eggs back there, and population grows. They do that with New Zealand kiwi. So yeah, are people that claim to be abducted all the time crackpots? Maybe not. So again, there's going to be a few Fruit Loops out there that may be thinking they're being abducted and haven't been. But there's always an exception to the rule, right? Most of them might be legit, and some of them are obviously not, But again, they mention people profiting from it all, from these people that have experiences of seeking answers. And you got places like conferences like Contact in the Desert, where they can exploit people, sell books, make money of them, right? Same as people, charlatans were hundreds of years ago with cancer patients, and offering them magic cures, snake oil. So yeah, so I thought I'd just play that mad little clip from the Mad Scientist podcast there. So go and listen to the rest of it by all means. The link's on the side there. But there's various other topics here on 0 Point, paranormal, and the Kraken. So yeah, if you've got enough time to listen to all this stuff, there's plenty of good stuff out there. Now, Mad Scientist is part of our Discord group, so you could even contact him via the Discord now. So come and join our thing. You can find it in the About tab on my webpage here, or up here on the Discord link here. Probably can copy link and paste it. John normally does that for me. The Out There channel Discord group. So if you want to come and talk science, UFOs or paranormal to Chris Cogswell, you can come and post into his room that we set up there. I guess that went alright. Discord, yep. So click on that. You just have to type a name in. Choose a name that hasn't got spaces in it, and then you can contact me personally as well, because it creates like an account like Facebook, and you can join our server room as well, which has been shrunk down. And that's not the real room. I normally have another one open. That's for video chat, but it looks like no one's going to join me, so I might just close that down. Yeah, coming up to 5 o'clock here, and coming up to 2 hours on live stream. But I might just have a quick look over some MUFON cases just to wrap it up. Looks like it's still recording okay, from what I listened to there. So yeah, I'll just minimize that. Okay, so just close that one down. So I haven't listened to all their podcasts there to criticize it, but by all means, have a listen, bring it up on the next live stream if you want to bring some points they raised. It'd be good to get some experiences and abductees join our group, and they can talk about their experiences and maybe draw pictures of what they saw. It'd be all interesting stuff. Earl Grey is meant to be joining me sometime. Obviously not today, but he could have easier come on today, especially about now. One of his about probably won't join us though. Anyway, I'll just carry on with MUFON. So that one there. We haven't looked at MUFON for a while. So Kentucky. So we had the problem with this, that we can't open these sightings in a new tab. Probably still can't. No, they haven't fixed it or changed it, unfortunately. So they lose the place when we go back sometimes. So what do we got here? I'll just get a drink. I'll just get this reader to read it out. I don't know if it'll work.
Rock.
Yeah, looks like it's going to the wrong speaker. Don't know why it keeps losing that, but it's quite annoying.
Rock or boulder-like in appearance and shape. Was not seen at the time the picture was taken, and photos taken immediately after of other people in exactly the same location did not show the observed objects.
Okay. Doesn't say much, does it? So we're looking at Pixel UFO again, those sorts. So you're going to have to zoom in on software for that one. Save image. Okay. So what they're saying, I didn't observe it at the time. Rock or border-like in appearance. Shape was not seen at the time, which is often what you get with bugs and birds that fly into the frame of the camera when you take a snapshot. So let's have a look. See if we can zoom in on it. I guess that's what they're referring to. Can't see anything else in the picture. Okay, so what is it? Bird, bug, balloon, UFO? Let's find out. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, let's zoom in on that one. So what do you reckon, guys? What are we looking at here? Could it be a balloon? Let's enhance it a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? Clearly it's not a UFO in the sense of an alien craft. Could it be a rubbish bag? Black rubbish bag that's sort of crumpled up, blown in the wind from a nearby rubbish tip or shopping mall that got away. Because we get a lot of junk in the sea, don't we? And a lot of plastics in the sea as well as the forests. Sort of, it has this, doesn't have a shape of a bird, hasn't got the motion blur, right? So it looks like it's drifting in the air current. Certainly doesn't look like a bug. Cool, it looks like a black shopping bag to me on that one. Since no one's around out there for their opinion on it, what can we do? What else can we do with it? Not much, really. You can see the irregular shape of it. Quite interesting pattern around the outside here. I don't think it's been fabricated, but we'll have a look. Quite interesting. Quite weird in a way that's got a block here. I'll just have a look at the other one. I think it might be just the way the pixels are. Almost looks like a hat from here, doesn't it? Human hat. Okay. Kind of see there's a cloud layer there. Some sort of pixelization from the camera happening around the outside. It's interesting how it's got a block there though. Could it be photoshopped? So it looks like smaller pixels there compared to the rest of the background, right? It's very kind of suspect actually. Okay, let's run it through exit if data. Okay, see if that works. We haven't used that for a while. Send to where is it? GUI. Let's see what happens. Yeah, really used much of these old tools on the new setup. So straight away we can see it's been modified, right? By the looks of it, it's got no data. Very suspect. So someone's tried to fake it. By the looks of it, highly suspect there with the pixels. Because if that was taken on a camera, it should at least have the details of the lens and the model of the number, right? Oh dear, these people have faked it for us. So, where's the other pictures then? Immediately after other people in exactly the same location. It's funny how it comes out different here though. It's like it's cropped it there. Portrait. Oh right, what's it done down here? Looks like they've done a screen snapshot of their phone, which gets rid of all the... Oh no, that's part of the thing. I thought maybe they snapshot the screen. Yeah, I'd be very suspect of this one. Why people fake stuff? Maybe this prank MUFON. So let's move on from that one. That one's a bit suspect. If anything, it looks like a rubbish bag in the air if it's not. But yeah, we could run it through photo forensic software. For some reason I can't get it to go through my proxy that I'm using. And I don't like VPNs maybe, or my country IP. I think even my country IP don't work with it anymore. Well, we did find another one, but it wasn't as good. Let's see. Bookmarks. Where's bookmarks? Oh, there. Let's see. Photo forensics. Where is it? Can't see a link to it. I should find one and add it to the front page, shouldn't I? Make it a lot easier. Probably looking at me and I'm not seeing it. I wonder if we can search it. Forensics. So I'll call it analysis. Duck photo. What's this one? Something new. Can you upload? Can't see an upload button. Image analysis tools, MUFON. So what they promote? Exit if viewer photo forensic. I think that's the one that doesn't work for me, but we'll try it. Gives an error. Maybe it's fixed now. Oh, it might be fixed now. Oh yay, upload a file. Should really bookmark it, shouldn't I? Should add to the front page. Probably the best thing. I wonder if there's an easy way to do that. Anyway, we'll just try it out first. Upload file, choose file. Is it still working? Over here. What can I hear myself? If I turn down the volume again. Hello? Hello? Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay. Just keep checking that because I'm paranoid now. Yeah, it looks like I hit the control thing on my headset again, so I can't hear. Okay, so here it comes. And what's it going to tell us? Yes, it's a bit hard to understand all this, isn't it? Because it's only a few pixels too. The thing is, error level is not really good detector of problems. Because people can resave it, then convert it back to a JPEG again. In pixels, what's that give us? No hidden pixels. JPEG percent. Metadata on this one. I guess no information. Source. Not particularly useful site, this one. There's another one I was using that gave a lot more details. Might just what's that saying there? That the eyes were modified. Here is a HM based air layout analysis where you can Simply drag your image directly onto your browser window. I think saying the eyes were modified there. Shows up as a bright white thing. But yeah, I never really found that particularly useful. Let me just choose another chunk on this photograph here. See what the pixels look like. Resize it. Two ladies, or a woman and a girl. Flip hue. So can we see the pixels? Oh, it's probably too much color. But you can see here it looks very constant, right? The squares, you can see the pixelation going on. Unlike the other one. Very constant, you know. But this one here, still think it's been photoshopped. Maybe not, but it does seem like it's a square chunk missing there, right? It's kind of strange. Looks too much detail there to me. Let's choose another chunk, maybe the trees up here. See how they come out. If they look very similar, then I say, yep, that's probably just a shopping bag. Image. Well, the photo forensics didn't say there was anything sticking out there. So am I wrong? Okay. See, that looks very constant again, you see. But I guess if you look here, it does look like it's kind of squared around a bit. So yeah, maybe I'm just mistaken there. Looks like it's similar. See here, the edge and the pixel, multiple layers on it. I tried some different colors on that one. No, so probably not a Photoshop then in that case. Got a cloud there. Yeah, kind of get blocks. So yeah, I just think that one's just a rubbish bag. Although it has the shape of maybe a Chinese lantern too, that's sort of gone out. Chinese lantern, rubbish bag. Definitely not a bug or bird anyway. That one makes a change. So don't save it and close it down. So yeah, paste to use lots of tools. Just look at it differently. Should probably add that photo thing there. Should have copied it. Just add it as a tool. Although it's not the very best one, is it? What's that one there? Live meteorites. Right. So going to give us an image. It's giving us bookmark. Well, actually history as well. Huh? Okay. It's not a very good image, is it? I will save that for the time being. Not the best at images on either of these two here. Should have an image of a meteorite for that one, probably. Photo forensics. Well, we can fix it up, I guess. Well, let's do meteorite first. I'll probably have to wrap up soon, actually. Oh, that's a good one. Fire burst. Let's save that image. You see, your CPU is very good. It's never been that good for a long time. Many cams running alright, I suppose. Seems a lot happier now since I've rearranged things. Kind of strange. Okay, let's add the image for that one. Okay, that was better, didn't it? MUFON database. Weather patterns, or weather wind speeds, that one. Planet positions, Venus. And this one we want something better than that. Photo forensics. Well, It's not really JPEG there, is it? I want an example of a JPEG. I know. ELA is probably what I need to type. Error level analysis. That'll give us an example. Here we go. Showing you how someone added the UFO in. That one's pretty good. So you can see here what they're trying to say. See, I think it just shows up as a white outline or white blob. If it's been modified, right? So what have we got here? Original. Try and understand this forensic stuff. Actually, that might be a good idea to bookmark that page as well. Why are we doing this? We might as well add this. Might as well add this image in on this one. So that looks better. Gradually getting our tools together here. So what they're saying here, I've got it's been modified somehow. New copy was slightly lower quality. Error level results different view of the original image of copy. Okay, keep on going. Original template LA results. What's it trying to say to us though? Regions like the sky on the example photograph of the Colosseum can be compressed efficiently. Due to this, the compression potential is low at the recompression cycle. Darker color on the ELA. Not too sure what they mean. Resaved image with minimal quality level. Doesn't look as good. Alright, we're saying it's got darker here compared to the original. It's less quality, obviously. Where's the UFO one? You can see here it's quite complex stuff to really understand. Such a conclusion is entirely subjective in the course of an error level analysis. So there you go. It's not always conclusive if a photograph from Google Earth has been modified. Backed up another compression image of Google Earth with similar clouds. Yeah, it's a bit hard to get your head around all this stuff. So UFO one. So what are they saying on this one? imagery from social platforms. So what have we got? Original template. Review with original template. Result view after uploading in Facebook. Oh yeah. It's got lines going through it. More grainy, pixelated. And the white outline shows it's been photoshopped in. But you can see here what they're saying is if they re-upload it, it's really hard to tell because the error compression's been changed throughout the whole image, right, and makes it solid white again. I think that's what it's saying. So if they re-save it, it gets harder and harder to tell if it's been photoshopped. Error level may, under certain conditions, clearly indicate whether and where manipulations were made in the image. The definiteness is given, however, only a few cases. In the majority of professional forensic image analysis, LA method is only used as one of various possible tools to obtain first hints which one can effectively pursue afterwards with further methods. Apart from those cases, LA can deliver an ambiguous result, and it can not be invoked as evidence in other cases. In the conclusion of a serious forensic analysis, you cannot argue with alleged evidence, either the possibility to give clear evidence of tampering or one saying is a binding statement. Complicated stuff. So yeah, can be ambiguous. Depending if it's second generation and so on. One of the problem aspects in digital image forensics is the explanation of technical issues that are difficult to understand for lay people. Even if the evidence of tampering is completely clear, pure technical papers are not comprehensible for the general public. There is a likelihood that sprawling complex description texts will not create acceptance. In the worst case, of course, an offensive negative attitude. So what are they trying to tell us? The most accepted and widely understandable method that also provides many starting points for lay people is the detection of simple image compositions that can be found by the reverse image search. So you can find the original image where someone's then photoshopped it. That's what they're saying there. Error level analysis is based on characteristics of image formats that are based on lossy image compression. This method can highlight areas of an image which has different degrees of compression, especially the JPEG format, one of the most popular image formats, can be applied. Of course, now we got pings which are lossless, and so you can change the size and compression. Well, it doesn't actually use compression. The compression doesn't result in the pixels being changed, right? So you can't tell if it's been photoshopped. So But JPEGs, you can. Which is what cameras take, I guess, unless they save it as pings now. So that's going to be a problem. So let's move on, I guess. See what else we can find. Oh, we're getting near the end of the stream, really. But we'll keep looking at some more. Time flies. Here's one, black triangle. Reckons it had an image. So what's it saying? I think we may have seen some of these before because it doesn't remove the ones from previous month, does it?
I was looking at stars through a night vision camera when I noticed 3 lights in a triangle formation moving from the Stuani at approximately 10:45 p.m. I began to record, then moved the camera so I could see it with my own eyes. That's why the video is not very stable.
So, let's see. How do we get it now? We can only play it now, can't download it. What's going on here? Looks like they've changed it again, eh? Since we were last visited. So how do we download it? Oh right, might be some icon here. Can't quite see. What have we got here? Big screen maybe? Doesn't seem to be working. Got the shield off, have we? Probably have to turn it off. But never get all those horrible ads, right? Does it make any difference? Well, this is 3 dots. No, it makes no difference. So, is it just a problem? New problem? Might have to go to the MUFON database for that one. Okay, what's the number? Case number. Here we go. Doesn't seem to be the same one, does it? Oh, maybe it is. Long description. What does it say? It's not the same case. That's kind of weird. Where's the number? Black triangle. It's not even California there. Or CA, Canada, I mean. 10, 10, 63. Where's the number? Ah, 10, 10, 68 I got. Yeah, that make a difference. Try another search. Mind you, I cut and paste it, so it shouldn't have been wrong. 10, 10. Oh, that's strange, it doesn't fit. 10, 10, 6, 3. Well, it works if you type it. Enter. Oh, here we go. 3 lights in triangle formation. AVI. Okay. Is that the same one? Was looking through the stars, night vision, camera, noted 3 lights in a triangle formation. So that could be just a jet liner flying overhead. Probably have to plug it into a flight radar. Okay, we should be able to download it though. I think that downloads it. Yep. Well, let's download it and have a quick look at it. But I'm going to have to wrap up in a minute, and it looks like we've run out of time again. Is it downloaded? Oh no, it's going to take a wee while. So let's see. Time zone. '26th of the 5th. So they didn't take my bug report seriously, because I still haven't fixed the sidebar for those extra buttons that vanish. So we want, look how good that's going. We're up to 34% CPU, and there's quite a lot going on here. So we're looking for Michigan, which is whereabouts though. Washington. Yeah, I'm not too sure where on the map it is. So let's bring it up Google Earth first. Marshall. So it's up the top there, Detroit, speck in the middle. So it should be up here somewhere, shouldn't it? Here we go. So we're looking for Marshall. Can't quite see it. My font's got smaller. Here it is, Marshall. So we want to see if there was any planes on that date. Playback. What was it now? 25th or something. 25th of May. So that was last month. May, June, May. Probably a month ago, is it? So Oh, what's going on here? Not logged in, I guess. Oh, why am I not logged in anymore? Even though I said remember me. Let's see, did we save it? Password thing. It's not coming up. Flat reader. Looks like we got problem in Houston. Probably logged in with what's that old email address there too. Facebook, nope. What do we log in with? Gil? Not too sure, I'll probably have to look it up. Well, that's blurring it then, isn't it? I have to fix that up. We'll play the video anyway. I'll keep it there. Oh, we can't bookmark it, can we? Oh, yes, you can. Bookmark that location. How do we do that? That's a good question. How do we add a bookmark? So much to learn on this package. Oh, here we go. Guess what? You have to be logged in. Hey, good one, good one. Okay. Thought I would have logged in with Facebook maybe. Gil. Probably used it with the out there channel, probably. Let's hope. Alright, let's change it to gold. Well, that's what I must have done then. Okay, let's sort that out then. Bookmark. We can add that now. There you go. Add. Is that the right location now though? Bookmark. Bookmark name. Didn't like my bookmark name, did it? Ah, it looks like it saved it. Strange, isn't it? So how'd you delete bookmarks as a Christian manage, probably? There we go. And so we've got 2 of them. Okay, delete that one. Okay, put some at the bottom. Okay, that's sorted out. Is it in the right place though? Marshall. Where was Marshall going? Well, it had to be there. Why can't I see it now? So if I move off to the side here, I should go to bookmarks. It should be looking at me. Battle Creek. Why can I see it now? Did I move down, move up? Might have to come back to it. Marshall. It's probably staring me in the face. Oh, here it is. So yeah. Is that where he saved it though? Oh well, doesn't matter. So it's next to Battle Creek. So yeah, playback function. Let's try again. Then we got to get the right time zones. And I forgot what the time was. 26th, quarter to 11. That's generally when you have plane flights. 22:45. Start playing back. Whoa, there's a lot of planes in the sky, but that's not nighttime because it's bright. So we have to adjust it. How did we figure this one out before? It's always confusing with the time zones. I think I had to adjust it. Let's see. To New Zealand. Time. I think it's about 18 or 16 hours different than that. 16, there you go. So we'd have to say 25th of May, 22:45 maybe. Yeah. It's not going to be that easy, is it? I think it would do calculation for us. Hours ahead, so let's see, what's 22? Well, make it 11 o'clock, make it easy. So go back, let's see, better add on. Oh, I should subtract. I have to look at one of my previous lives, see how I did it again, because I did actually go through it, didn't I? It's basically how you forget. Let's see, minus 12 makes it 11 AM my time, minus 6 makes it 5 in the morning, is it? 6 from midnight would be 5 AM in the morning. Well, 4:45 AM. So I suppose we've got to change that then. So that would be, change that to 4. Well, am I going the wrong way? Probably have to add on. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's see. Let's see what's in the sky. Oh no, might be right. Looks dark there. What's it reckon? So there's a plane there going past now. At the right time too. 1:15. Marshall, where's Marshall going? Why can't I see it now? Thought I had it centered. That's annoying. So where was it again? Big Creek, so it's going to be over here. So there's a plane moving past there. Marshall, there we are. Plane moving away there, and one up there. How high up is it? 36. That's really high up. It's more likely to be this one here though. It's closest. But we have to see the video. So what's the altitude on that one? fed parcel thing. Altitude, altitude. 42,000 feet. Okay, so let's play the video then. Will it be, if I got the time right though? I might just roll it forward as well. Okay, let's see if it plays. I should wrap up soon. So just a video though. I'm gonna drag it across. Here we go. Oh, it's not gonna let me drag it. Drop it. Where won't it go? Got too much open here now. Just close it down. Is it still working alright? Looks like it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, what are we looking at here? Doesn't look like a plane, does it? There's something zipped across there. A bug, was it? It's not a triangle. Certainly even space there. You'd expect to see a body of a craft there though, wouldn't you? But hard to tell what's going on there. What's that meant to be? Overswinged? Not the best of footage. Looks like he's got it into a tree there. Is he swimming out or what? So it could be like three evenly paced Chinese lanterns. Satellites maybe. Get out this full screen. Don't see a triangle though. That's a triangle there. He's not looking at that though, is he? Oh, actually he is. Right, now we're starting to figure it out. We're looking at this thing moving across. What's this here then? Because that's what it looks like. This was moving down this way. What is that? Kind of confusing, isn't it? Because he hasn't panned into it or panned back to give us a reference point. Okay, so could it be a plane? There we go. There's the triangle there. Now let's take a snapshot of that then. What? 10 minutes maybe. Oh, I'll come in a minute. Yeah, looks like dinner time. Maybe I can come back to this one. Not that anyone's watching, right? So it'd be a good one to probably do next time. Maybe just quickly look at it though. Definitely two planes there, unless I got the times wrong. So I've got to check that out too. Should be ahead. We're ahead. So you've got to add on out. Yeah, I think I got it backwards. Okay, we'll just plug it forward and see as well. Probably need to zoom in on that. So what are we looking at here, guys? It's a good question. I think we might have to look at it another day. Can we see any shape popping out there? And what's these lights here going down the other way? Might have to think about this one a bit. Could it be street lights? Yes, we can't get what we're after unless if it's a plane, we'd expect to see some blinking lights though. Almost looks like 3 dots. Chinese lanterns, because I don't think they're quite equally distance. Because it doesn't look like a solid craft there, does it? Unless it's cloaked, right? Are we seeing cloaking technology here? Doesn't look like a plane though. We might have to think about this one a bit more. This could be a really good capture, this actually. It could be the first UFO triangle that's hard to debunk. We might start off with this one next time, huh? Okay, so come back to it another day. Interesting footage. Could it be a lead kite? Looks like it could be some fabric, almost black fabric going around, eh? I might ask around about this one, see what other people think. Definitely interesting. How do we save that one? Title triangle. Just save that one. We'll come back to it next time. We've run out of time for today. Mind you, we don't have it in frame long enough to see if there's any other lights. I want to know what that is there. What are we looking at? It looks pretty constant to be Chinese lanterns. Yep. But it doesn't rule out it being a kite. Whatever this is here, I don't know. Strange angle. We've got no reference points. Anyway, wrap it up there, guys, and see how the string comes out this time with the audio. So I'm just going to end the credits here. Else I'm going to end up with cold dinner. And we'll assume that triangle footage next time. And I think plane finder, I'll see if I can solve that too. With the date. Although I could plug it in quickly now maybe. Let's see. So it was 22, so if we go forward 12 hours, makes it 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, plus another 16 hours, plus another 4 hours in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that makes it midnight. 3 makes it 12 AM, 3 PM in the afternoon on the 27th. No, 3 now I'm just gonna have to wrap it up. My head's gone. Should be just 12 AM. Three o'clock in the morning, New Zealand time, 27th. Okay, let's try there. A lot more flying around. So it could still be Marshall, could be this one flying away that he's filming, but it doesn't look like a plane though. So what do we got? Altitude on that one, It's a fairly skinny plane, so you probably wouldn't see skinny wings like that between the front lights and the two wing lights. 32,000 feet. Wonder what that looks like from underneath. Need to probably find the light patterns and how often it blinks. Still could be a plane. I'll put it out there to people, see what the other experts reckon on it. It's a fairly interesting capture though. Well, we'll just close it down anyway. We'll have a look at it again first thing next live, hopefully. Hey, thanks for watching offline, guys. I know no one joined me on this particular live stream, which is unfortunate. Good night, guys. Hopefully the music plays and everything. Everybody, please like and share. Will help me out. Just pause it there, and then guess I have to wait till that sort of does this wee bit. Now that will do. Good night, everybody.